Why do you believe this black guy who works with Glencoe and Trafigura controls the means of production, but Cyril doesn't?
Right.
When he almost has the same deal for me looking.
Let me tell you why he controls. This guy who is in Zimbabwe has got the licenses to provide fuel. He's built the institutions to provide fuel. He's built the service stations. He controls the pipeline. He controls where it is that the fuel is going to be stored in Zimbabwe. And he did that by the indigenization policies that gave that power to black Zimbabweans.
BEE.
I wouldn't call it BEE.
What's indigenization if it's
indigenization is taking what is Zimbabwean and giving it back to Zimbabweans in the control of Zimbabweans, unlike continuing to have what is South African in the hands of white South Africans, then giving black people a few pieces as tokens for that institution. Two totally different things. One is an owner and one is renting, or at least is a front in an organization that's still controlled by those that shouldn't hold the resources.
Patrice Motsepe is not an owner?
No. Look at the board of Patrice Motsepe's Rainbow.
So we only look at the board?
Of course.
So if the board was black, then it was fine?
The reason why you look at the board is that the decisions are made by the board.
So the Zimbabwean guy also, his decisions are made by his board?
Yes.
Not him?
But he's the majority shareholder as well.
Patrice is also the majority shareholder?
His board is black. It's not white.
That's the only
Patrice's
issue.
board is what?
That's the issue.
Is white.
I'm asking.
And not only that,
There's a reason I'm asking. The reason I'm asking is if that Zimbabwean guy who was running, had licenses, fuel, such an amazing
ownership.
Story.
Don't forget the ownership. Yes.
If he happened to be white, you'd have a problem.
Of course I would.
Even if all his behavior was exactly like that of a white man.
Let me tell you why.
You don't mind as long as he's black.
And I'll tell you why.
You prefer black oppression to white oppression. Because he owns a monopoly from what you're saying.
Let me tell you why.
You're comfortable with
monopoly. Because you already raised the reason why. You say that when whites make money today, when you try to go after them, they'll tell you, oh my God, Renfen is actually in Switzerland. Remgro is in Switzerland. Right? Anaspas has gone to Netherlands. And their intellectual property is controlled in Belgium. All of these guys made money from a crime called apartheid, a crime against humanity. They made money, and once they made that money, they externalized it. The quintessential definition of colonialism.
How was it a crime against humanity?
But the guy in Zimbabwe, he has started his business in Zimbabwe, grew it without exploitation. Grew it by building the institutions, the service stations, when Shell, BP, and all those companies left and hoped that Zimbabwe would die without fuel. He rose and said, I'm going to become the gap filler. He gets to become the gap filler, makes sure that he creates service stations, makes sure that he creates enough money and the financial instruments to get oil and fuel from wherever the countries that provide oil and fuel. And all of a sudden, he's got a functional country that provides fuel for its people. And now the whites are saying, okay, I think we were shut out. Zimbabwe didn't crash. How do we now get back into the economy? And they are told that if you want to get back into the economy, you have to see him. His money is spent in Zimbabwe. His houses are built in Zimbabwe. His offices are built in Zimbabwe. His empowerment and the millionaires that he's making are black Zimbabweans that he makes on his own. Remgro is not doing that. Rupert is not doing that. Anglo-America finished the gold here and then Anglo-Gold left. Boom, they're gone. This guy controls the biggest gold mines in Zimbabwe right now. Biggest platinum mines in Zimbabwe right now. Same guy.
This guy has a monopoly.
Money that is a monopoly because of his money. He's in industries that no one else could go into. And don't forget, we had a black billionaire before him.
He's benefited from indigenization laws.
It's not about he's benefited from. You know, he didn't. That's where the difference is. Let me tell you why.
Isn't that what you said?
Let me tell you what happened. He was in a bank. He used to work in banks. In these banks where he worked, he got retrenched. Got given his retrench package. He didn't know what to do with his retrenchment package because he was devastated by losing his job. But he's sitting in a queue, waiting for fuel, and says, but why are we waiting for fuel? Because Shell left, because BP left. Why can't I become the next BP? So he applies for a license to supply fuel. He loses. On 149 licenses that were given, he couldn't get one because he was not linked with people who were influential in government. So he then goes to one of the influential people who were linked in government and asks to rent their license.
Sure.
He gets a contract. He starts making money.
Am I allowed to interrupt?
Contract.
No.
I just want to finish.
Okay.
Just to show you that when you create an institution through black empowerment or black business that builds itself from the ground up, from the grassroots up, it becomes becomes very difficult to uproot that business. It becomes difficult to classify that business as a white monopoly company because it's not built by exploitation. It's not built by primitive accumulation of resources that should belong to black people. It comes from a person that built himself from nothing to something because he was never given a favor, or he was never given the right to control resources without actually having the money to control those resources. And once that person starts controlling the banking system with his money that he made and invested in banking, where white people had gone out of banking hoping to collapse the system, when he takes his money and goes into construction, when he goes into mining, where mines were closed because white people were hoping that those mines would fail, it goes to show you that empowerment is working. And he bought his mines, by the way, from a black South African called Mzi Kumalo, who had actually gone and become Zimbabwe's biggest gold miner.
Oh, Mzi.
Yes, Mzi. Mzi stopped paying taxes.
Mzi owned means of production in Zim because of BE.
And Mzi owned factors of production in Zimbabwe and not South Africa, because South Africa is still racist, it's still exclusionary, it's still an apartheid economy. Zimbabwe is open for business for those that want to come in and invest, and it will give preferential treatment to black Zimbabweans.